Also have this very big story that is breaking today on the campaign trail. There's a big backlash that is growing in Iowa today following Herman Cain's recent comments about abortion. A conservative radio host coming out and calling Cain in Iowa pro-choice for making these remarks, watch this closely, to Piers Morgan just last night. Watch this.
What's your view of abortion?
I believe that life begins at conception, and abortion under no circumstances, and here's why.
No circumstances?
No circumstances.
Because many of your fellow candidates, or certainly
Yes.
some of them,
Yes.
qualify that.
They qualify, but...
Rape and incest and
Rape
so
and
on.
incest, but...
Are you honestly saying, again, a tricky question, I know.
That's a tricky question.
But you've had children, grandchildren.
Yes.
If one of your female children, grandchildren, was raped, you would honestly want her to bring up that baby as her own?
You're mixing two things here, Pierce.
Why?
Okay? You're mixing two things.
But that's what it comes down to.
No, it comes down to it's not the government's role or anybody else's role to make that decision. Secondly, if you look at the statistical incidence, you're not talking about that big a number. So what I'm saying is it ultimately gets down to a choice that that family or that mother has to make. Not me as president, not some politician, not a bureaucrat. It gets down to that family. And whatever they decide, they decide. I shouldn't try to tell them what decision to make.
All right. We are joined now by Herman Cain. Mr. Cain, welcome. Good to have you here.
Thank you, Martha. Happy to be with you.
It's good to have you with us again. Yeah, I mean, that's the question. That description sounds an awful lot like choice.
It's not, Martha. Look, let's go back. See, he was asking me two questions. My position on abortion has been the same, on pro-life has been the same throughout this campaign. And that is, I am pro-life from conception, and I don't believe in abortion. When he then tried to pigeonhole me on my granddaughter being there as a victim of rape, then what would I do? The only point I was trying to make, a lot of families will be in that position and they're not going to be thinking, well, what does the government want me to do? My position is no abortion. My position is no abortion. But all I was trying to point out was, take the typical family in this country, and you don't know what they might do in the heat of the moment.
I understand
That's
that.
what I was trying to say.
And I understand that. But here's the issue that pro-life people are going to have with that. They're saying that you're presenting it as a choice, a decision that's to be made by the family, not something that is considered murder by the laws of this country. So that's where you draw the line. And, you know, Rick Santorum, who we're going to have on a little bit later, has already come out and said, you know, that for him, there's absolutely no dividing line. So, you know, there's plenty of people out here, plenty of Catholic politicians, for example, who, you know, have said exactly what you just said, that when it comes down to it, they're absolutely pro-life, but that they want the government to stay out of the decision and they want the family to make the ultimate decision. And they've gotten a lot of grief for that. So, you know, that's where the tough line is on this for you. And that you're getting a lot of backlash from a very influential radio host in Iowa on this morning. And they're saying this is going to be problematic for you with the people in Iowa.
Well, I'm sorry if it's going to be problematic. Let me just state again, I am pro-life from conception, no exceptions. I was trying to separate two situations here. And if they won't allow me to separate those two situations, they won't allow me to separate those two situations. That's unfortunate. I don't know how much more I can say that if I'm pro-life from conception, no exceptions, I will not fund any abortions by the government. I will work I will sign into legislation to defund Planned Parenthood and all of the other variations of this whole pro-life issue. I was trying to make another point, and if that point was misconstrued,
I understand, but I guess the question is, do you believe that abortion should be legal in this country for families who want to make that decision? No, I do not believe it should be legal in this country if that's the question. So then you're saying that if those circumstances come up and the family does make that decision, that they decide that that is the best thing for this young person, or she decides that on her own, that if that were their case, you know, that's what they decided, that it would be an illegal abortion that they would need to seek.
It would be an illegal abortion if the law, look, abortion should not be legal. That is clear. But if that family made a decision to break the law, that's that family's decision. That's all I'm trying to say.
All right, understood. Mr. Cain, stay with us because we have a lot to talk about. Your opportunity zones that you want to discuss and the 999 plan that you're going to make some very big announcements about. And those are very important issues. So we're going to get to that. We ask you to stay after the break with us. Would you do that? Or we're not going to take a break here. We're going to go right to this, guys. Oh, we're going. All right. We'll be right back in 3 minutes from now.
All right.